Hi everybody, and welcome to the Tree of Life, Astrology and Tarot. Yes, I am finally back. I have been on a little bit of a hiatus in the last few months just due to the extremely busy work schedule that I have had. But I wanted to make time today to go over at least the first couple of weeks of August, as the entire month of August is probably the most important, most pivotal month of the entire year when it comes to astrology. So here we go. First of all, it is all about change during the month of August. It's not going to do you any good to try and fight it or resist it. It's happening, whether we want it to or not. Now you can embrace this change and go along with it, which will make it a lot easier for you. But the way the planets are lining up during this month, if Spirit hasn't already sent you messages during the month of July, you're certainly going to start hearing them during the month of August. And here's why. We just got over a new moon in Leo on the 23rd of July. So that's all about new beginnings, new starts, feeling from your heart. Leo is a very courageous sign, which is why it's ruled by the lion. And we're going to see more and more intense energies regarding Leo during the month of August, as the sun is also in Leo. Now, we just had our north and south nodes pivot just in the last couple of months, and they have now pivoted to Leo Aquarius from the Pisces Virgo influence that we have been feeling for the last year and a half. So now that our north and south nodes have pivoted, we have also started to feel a shift in the collective, and that's going to happen for the next year and a half. So what does that mean for us? Well, we have our first lunar eclipse, which is going to be happening on the 7th of August in Aquarius. What that means is we are now currently experiencing a shift with the collective in the south node, and the south node is currently in Aquarius. So Aquarius is a very intellectual type of sign. It's all about humanity, looking out for the group, looking out for the collective, thinking about the collective, and of course looking into the future. While we have our south node in Aquarius, and just a little explanation about the north and south node, they're basically 2 points that the moon hits as it's circulates. I can't even speak today, as it's circling around the Earth. Now, it's not a perfect circle, it's actually in an oval shape, and so there's 2 points in that oval, the north and the south node, and those actually tend to shift signs as the moon is still rotating the Earth, right? So why is the north and the south node so important? Well, it's just about shifts in our collective consciousness and where we are at and what houses those are sitting in. So while the north and south node are currently in Leo and Aquarius, the north node is all about where the collective is going to or heading to, and the south node is all about where we're coming from or our past. So while we have this lunar eclipse in Aquarius, it is in the south node, it's things that we are moving from. Now, during any kind of a lunar eclipse, which just is 3-4 times more intense than a normal full moon, now that we have a full moon that's also being eclipsed during the 7th of August, you may find that you are starting to move away from friends or associations that no longer serve you. And I don't want that to sound so abrupt, but you may find in your own consciousness that there may be certain people from your past that you just no longer associate with, or that you have no connection with. And you may find yourself starting to shift from that, or find yourself wanting to let go of those particular people. And it's not necessarily just friends or associations. It may mean certain people that you work with, certain people that you're also constantly in contact with. So this could affect, areas of your life regarding your work. It could be in your family. It could be with friends, other people's friends that you are also associating with. And you're finding you may be moving from that type of consciousness or those particular groups of friends and moving towards something else that better suits you. And that's what Leo is all about, which is in the North Node. The North Node is where we're heading to. And Leo is all about thinking from the heart, or moving from the heart, and having the courage to do that. So basically, as we're moving into the month of August, you're going to find that you're letting go of a lot of past things that just no longer serve you anymore, and moving towards the things that you love. It's all about the love. So, for example, if there is something you have dreamt about doing your entire life, and you've had every excuse in the world or every other blockage in the world in your path to where you haven't been able to accomplish that, all I can tell you is during the month of August, there is this huge pivotal door that is opening for all of us to step up and start moving into the things that we love, the things that make our heart sing, the things that we just can't wait to get up in the morning and do. And if you haven't done that in the past and you've given that a lot of thought, whatever that may be, now is the time. August is the month of 2017 to finally start putting things into action. And we've got a lot of fire energy behind us to be able to accomplish that. But this is the time. Your portal will close at the end of September, and now is the time to start acting on those things that you have always wanted to do. Stop making excuses. Take a risk. Make the leap of faith. That's what August is all about. Now, for the first couple of weeks of August, I'm going to kind of clue you in on what some planetary aspects are and how those are going to affect us up until about August 15th, as I'm going to be doing a separate video that's all about the Great American Solar Eclipse that's going to be happening on the 21st of August. And that is just a whole nother video by itself. But let me run over some energies for the first couple of weeks so you have kind of an idea what the astrological weather is bringing to us during the month of August. Okay, so let me get into August 7th, which is all about our lunar eclipse in Aquarius. It's, as with any eclipse or any full moon, it's all about endings, culmination, things coming to fruition. A lot of this is regarding letting go of the past, whether that's past friends, past associations, past lovers, whatever that may include. You may find that something that you have hung with for quite a while now will suddenly get eclipsed out of your life, whether that's a choice of your own or whether that happens from outside influences. That's what eclipses are about. It's also about getting in touch with your heart, your inner spirit, and your intuition. Start becoming calm during the month of August. You're going to need it. Find that calm, cool place where you can hear your inner voice speaking to you so that you are more in touch with what it is you really want. Because during the month of August, you're going to see some huge changes starting to come your way. And here's why. First of all, it's all about looking inward during this first half of August, just due to the fact that we have so many planets in retrograde right now. We have Saturn, which is retrograde in Sagittarius. Saturn is that taskmaster, the boundary maker, the rule maker. So we've had a little bit of a break from that, but that's about to end here pretty soon. We also have Pluto, which is retrograde in Capricorn, that planet of breaking things down so that we can make new beginnings. And of course it's in Capricorn, which rules a lot of our governmental agencies, our banking agencies, all that type of stuff that has to do with rules, regulation, and how we're governing ourselves. So it's been a little quiet as far as that's concerned with Pluto retro in Capricorn. Now on the 3rd of August, we're going to be having Uranus start to go stationary and then go retrograde in Aries. And what does that mean for us? Well, Uranus is all about surprises, sudden changes, sudden events happening. So keep your hat on during the 3rd of August all the way through the month of August, because while Uranus is going retrograde, anything can happen. Uranus rules that part of the unexpected, sudden changes, and this is in a positive way. This is not in a negative way. So a lot of folks like dread change or fear change. And trust me, during the month of August, it's all about letting go of those fears, letting go of that past, and be willing to step up, take the risk, and embrace the changes that are coming your way. Because the universe usually has your own best interests at heart, whether you can see that or not. And a lot of these surprises and sudden changes are just going to come out of the blue. Suddenly, wonderful things you've always wanted start to fall in your lap. That's what it's all about during the month of August. So you just got to be flexible and realize that as long as your thoughts are in a positive manner and you are speaking from your heart, any of these sudden changes, sudden abrupt things that start to come about will just mean nothing but good things for you in your future. We also, good grief, have Neptune and Chiron going retrograde in Pisces. So this is our spirituality, old wounds, looking within and trying to solve some really old things that have been hanging around with us for a while. Then on the 12th of August, we also have Mercury going retrograde in Virgo, and this is going to last until the 5th of September. And a lot of folks are familiar with Mercury retrograde just due to the fact that communications and how we speak, the electronics we're working with, contracts that you may be signing. If at all possible during the month of August, try and put off signing anything or signing on the dotted line until about the 5th of September when Mercury starts to go forward again. And then a lot of complications and issues that may come up during this time will suddenly start to iron themselves out. Otherwise, Mercury going retrograde in Virgo. Now, Virgo is a very detailed, oriented type of sign. So if you are in the middle of contracts or you are in the middle of agreements, you want to make sure to look at every single little detail before you sign anything. And if you can possibly put it off for a little while. It's in your best interest if you do so. Okay. Now, as we start building up to the 21st of August, which is our major American solar eclipse in Leo, living from your heart, learning how to have more fun, just learning to let go. Leo is big and bold and wants to be on the center stage and have some fun and excitement. It's a fire sign. And with our solar eclipse happening in Leo, which I'm just going to do a whole nother video on, there are so many new beginnings and new things that are coming our direction that are so good for us as long as you are speaking from your heart and remaining in your integrity, that we have so many good things to look forward to. And that's the part of the August solar eclipse that I'm looking forward to more than anything. Let's just see what happens, as it's going to make August so amazing and so interesting. Now, we have a couple other aspects like a Uranus-Neptune square. And this is all about practicing our independence. We're going to have a feeling of wanting more freedom, restlessness. You're going to feel really restless as you're trying to seek out more independence and more freedom for yourself. So this is the perfect time to try and find your place of calm. Turn inward and listen to your intuition. Unexpected events will be coming your way due to the Uranus aspect. So act on them fast as they come in and they go out, just as fast as they came in. So if it's something that sounds really good, act on it. Take action. It's not about thinking and contemplating this month during August. It is about acting on what it is you feel from your heart, as long as you're listening to that intuition. It's also about finding your tribe, finding your community. There's going to be a lot of shifts and action going on as far as people leaving old friends behind and finding new social contacts. Things, as we evolve and as our intuition starts to kick in, we realize that, I don't want to do this anymore. Or I don't want to be with these people anymore. My interests and where I'm going have changed now. And so you may really start to realize that during the month of August. So it's about finding that tribe and finding your community. And it's also about healing from within and looking into the future. So any old wounds that you have had or any old emotional baggage you've been carrying around, this time during these two eclipses, you may suddenly find that those have gone away and you're now replacing them with more inspirational, happy thoughts going into the future. We also have Jupiter and a Pluto square. This is third, fourth time this has happened this year, and the final time. So it's all about managing to get greater power to manifest your dreams. If ever you wanted to manifest something you've always wanted to do, this is the time. There's that portal that I was telling you about. This is the time to start making those things happen and start taking action towards those thoughts and those dreams that you have always had, because there is no better time to start manifesting these things, as we have Uranus in the mix, and you may suddenly find that things just fall in your lap. Things start to happen. All of a sudden, what you've always wanted starts to unfold. And it's not about contemplating, should I do this or not? Just do it. Just do it. This is your chance. This is your time. So you're empowered more than ever to manifest what you want. You're going to have the strong drive to achieve, and more on the side of what you can do and what you can contribute to others. That's what this manifestation is all about. Is what you're dreaming going to help others? Because as we're moving more and more into the age of Aquarius, that's what it's about. It's about the collective. It's about others and what we can contribute. Our skills, our talents, our mental abilities. What can we do to contribute to the outside world and make things better? Okay. Now we also have a fire trine, which is happening during these first couple of weeks in August. I've heard a lot of astrologers call this like the finger of God. It's like a magical time. We're shifting gears more to our spiritual side, as opposed to what's going on in the outside world around us. Another aspect we have is Venus in Cancer, which is on the 15th of August, starts to oppose Pluto in Capricorn. This is extremely intense and emotional security. It's all about control, vulnerability, big shifts in the money markets you may see happening. And this will happen probably just a few days before the 15th and a few days after, and then suddenly that will pass. But that's the last of the major intense energies that we will feel up until August 15th. And by then, I will be putting out another video as to what we can expect in the latter half of August, which is just going to be absolutely incredible, which is probably why you're hearing so much about this solar eclipse. This is the first time in 100 years, a little over 100 years, that we have had this intense of a solar eclipse, especially over the United States, that's going to be affecting us, which is why it's been such a big deal, because it's just all the different planets and all their different aspects and how they're affecting us during the month of August. It is a serious month of change. No matter how you look at it, there is no way to avoid it. It's going to happen. So, amazing and intense first half of August. It's all about letting go of the past and prepare yourself for sudden and big changes, especially with the solar eclipse on the 21st. And I'll have a lot more on that here in a couple of weeks. So the best advice I can give you is hang on to your hats. It's going to be a very interesting month and exciting at the same time. All right, you guys, sorry I have been offline for so long, but I think I'm finally starting to find the balance here and get back to what I truly love, which is astrology, and of course relaying these messages to you guys so you have a better idea what kind of energies we are getting ready to run into. Of course, any questions, comments, you can always get a hold of me at treeoflifeastro.com or send me an email. Meanwhile, I hope all of you have a fabulous first half of August. Just prepare yourselves, because anything can happen at this point. And whatever you do, take time to meditate, look within, and let that inner voice tell you what it is you truly want. Are you there yet? Do you still have some things you need to do? If that's the case, then by all means, take action during the month of August. The planets are with you. All right, you guys, you have a fabulous couple of weeks, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.